Hello and welcome to my immediate thoughts following the KSI boxing event. So his second fight just wrapped up against Luis Pineda, and that was a very weird fight. Yeah, I think the moment got to Luis and the pressure of KSI, he just didn't give him a chance to even think. So he was kind of looking for a way out, and he kept like ducking down. And early on, he got hurt to the body and everything. It was just wasn't a great fight by any means. It was just KSI beating up a tall, skinny punching bag. But it went to the third round before the ref finally decided to call it. I personally thought it could have been stopped in the first, and after the fight, KSI calls out a bunch of people. He seems like he wants to be pretty active going forward up until that Jake Paul fight. He, most notably, I would say he called out Andrew Tate, which was interesting because I heard that opponent rumored for the Pauls, one of them. And I do think that is a very good fight for JJ. I think that there's a lot of attention, obviously, that can go into that at the moment, and I just think that's another way he can get a one-up on Jake Paul by stealing a potential opponent of his. But yeah, before that we had the co-main with Slim versus Faze Temper. Now going into the fight, I like this matchup personally more than the Blueface one. And going into it, I had Temper winning. I didn't really think much of Slim up until his walkout. I was really charmed by Slim's walkout. It reminded me of Tai Tuivasa's walkout before he fought Derek Lewis, which was a big moment. You know, he came out to Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I can't remember the songs Slim came out to, but you know, he came out loose and dancing. When he got in the ring, he like danced in front of the announcer. It was just quite entertaining, and surprisingly, actually, like this was the biggest shock for me the whole night. Slim like knocked Temper out cold. Like I audibly gasped when it happened, and I was just like, "Dang, I did not expect that at all." You know, I like if I were to think someone in that fight was to get the knockout, I would have expected it to be Temper, but it was Slim. And yeah, it was a great fight. I do think Slim kind of fumbled a little bit on the microphone after. I thought he could have put his name in the hat for the JJ fight a bit more. And he came off a little cringy, I will say. I can see why people wouldn't really connect with Slim. I just kind of like how he came out dancing and the music he came out to. You know, he clearly didn't take himself too seriously, unlike Temper, who kind of threw me off. He like came out wearing these hype beast trunks and shoes. I forget the brand, but you know, I'm not a person that's really too into all that. And you know, Temper got hit a lot in that fight. He was, to be fair, landing some punches too. I scored the first round to Slim, and it was in the second one that Temper got KO'd. But yeah, it was close up until the knockout. They were both throwing bombs, connected with some. And before that, we had Deji versus Fousey, which was a heartwarming fight because Deji finally got his win in his first ever professional fight too. So technically, he's undefeated now. Going into it, I was pretty worried. Like even up until like the walkouts, I was fearful that Fousey's like power or something was just going to go wrong with Deji again. But no, he got out there. He got right in Fousey's face. You know, early on, he took a shot and kind of looked a little off balance, but right after that, very early point, he looked phenomenal, and he was just piecing up Fousey. And I think it was in the second or third. He put Fousey down twice, once with a jab, and then once I think it was in the corner. He made him kneel. Or I don't remember. It's been a minute since I saw the fight, but yeah, that was a very good one. Very entertaining. And before that, good lord, before that, we had Sensei versus Kenny. Now, this fight, by the end of it, I had scored it towards Sensei. I thought rounds 2 and 4 were debatable, but I only thought Kenny would have won one of those on a judge's scorecard. I could see him winning both, but I thought reasonably he should only win one because they were both close rounds. Now, rounds 3 and rounds 1, however, Sensei undoubtedly should have won. He got a 10-8 in round 1 without question. He got a knockdown, which, by the way, I don't think was a good knockdown call by the referee. That whole fight was just very weird. The referee, he He called the knockdown pretty much right after Kenny got hit with a bomb. He didn't go down at all. He wobbled and backed up. His hands were still up. But the referee gave him a standing 8, and yeah, I found that weird, but it was a knockdown, 10-8 round. And then in round 3, the same thing happened, except the ref did not give him a standing 8. So it wasn't a 10-8. So yeah, that whole fight was just judged horribly. It wasn't even a split decision for King Kenny. It was it wasn't unanimous. It was a majority decision. But such bad calls, like not even one of the judges gave it to Sensei, who objectively won that fight, factually won that fight. Like I don't see how anyone could have judged it like that. It's just blatant robbery, and it happened again for Kenny too. Same thing that happened in the Temper fight, except this time it was on an even bigger scale. And before that, we had Salt Poppy, who came out, and with the quickest knockout of the night, he put, I don't know the opponent's name, but he put him to sleep with a nice combo in the corner, and he finished off with 2 left hooks back to back and secured the victory. Prior to that, we had Dean the Great, similar thing. Him and Evil Hero had a back and forth, similar to the Slim and Temper one, except at the end of round 1 or beginning of round 2, Dean the Great finished it with it was a knockout. I'm pretty sure it wasn't like an out cold scenario, but it was a good knockout. And finally, we had the starting fight of the night. Oh no, wait, hold on. There was the heavyweights too. That fight was all right. I forget who or how Sam Hyde won, but Sam Hyde won. But then we had KSI versus Swarms to start out. And yeah, that fight, similar to the main event, was weird. Swarms looked like a helicopter. It was just spinning a lot. And yeah, KSI won. He got a knockout in round 2. Swarms wasn't really out cold, but he went down after a big punch and just didn't really get up. He just sat there staring at the ref and at his corner, like, do I have to continue? And he did not continue. So that was it. And yeah, after the show, I'm definitely interested to see what happens from here. I think there should be a quick turnaround for KSI. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's in the future. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys later. Peace.